Hey everyone, so I was just about to film my product of the week video for you, and then I figured I was kind of tossing up between a couple of products, and then I figured I'd do maybe a late products of the month or current favourites, like kind of for March or April I suppose, since I couldn't really decide on which one I wanted to use, and I've got a few bits that I've been using loads over the last month or so that I would like to share. So I'll start off and show you the product that I was originally going to feature as the product of the month, and it's the the Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner, and this is by Maybelline. So it's their new gel eyeliner, and it's just like any of those other pots. Kind of looks like the Bobbi Brown pots, but the lid is more like it's kind of a cheaper looking lid, if you know what I mean, but by no means is that a reflection on the actual eyeliner itself. Now it came with a little brush, if I can find it quickly here for you. Yeah, it was this week here. So there, and I actually really like this brush, and if I'm correct, it reminds me a little bit of the Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine eyeliner brush. I mean much smaller, but similar idea. So I kind of have a feeling they might have ripped off or borrowed the idea or the inspiration from kind of the Bobbi Brown brush and liner, but this is phenomenal for the price. It's definitely in the running, you know, with the MAC Fluid lines and the Bobbi Brown gel eyeliners and stuff like that. This is a really well made eyeliner. I was wearing it the last day in work, and normally I'm the worst ever for touching up my makeup. I just don't bother. I'm do it in the morning, and I kind of expect it to last until night time, unless maybe I've eaten something really greasy at lunchtime and I have to touch up lipstick. But when I use eyeliner over my eyes during the day, by the evening time it's usually smudged in here, especially more towards the tear duct area by the evening time, and kind of can look a bit crappy. But when I wore this, a few times I've worn this, there's much less of a smudge. Now this, I've noticed that it dries it kind of sets dry, in that, say if you don't like wash it off your brush straight away, that your brush, it's quite hard on the brush, and it is a little bit tough to wash off the brush. So definitely clean your brush immediately after using this eyeliner, but that's what makes it last so long on the eyelid. It's not matte, it would have a little bit of a sheen to it, which I like with the liquid or with gel eyeliners over the eye, but the price is really good. It's only like, I think it was maybe like €9 or something like that in Boots here in Galway. Don't quote me on that. I know it's not anywhere near as expensive as the higher end brand ones, but the quality is definitely up there with the other ones. So I would highly recommend the new Maybelline gel eyeliner. I actually saw my friend Simone, her blog, which is a really good blog, I'll link to it below actually. That's where I discovered this product first, or read about it first, and I'm glad I did. So you should follow her blog actually. She tends to go on about a lot of products like that. She's obviously out there on the hunt for new stuff as they come out. But okay, so next, this is a product that was sent to me, and this is more within the last week or two, but I really like it so far, and it's the LetzMakeup Luminaire like a highlighter pen or concealer. So this is like the Yves Saint Laurent Touchy Eclat, or like the new MAC Prep and Prime Eye Radiance in Radiant Rose, I think is the pink one. So this is one of those click pen concealers, and then a little bit comes out through the brush. Now I'm not a fan of these for hygiene reasons if you're using it for the kit because of the brush, but you can see there it's just an extremely pale pink highlighter, and I love it. I was a bit worried that I mightn't be sent the right colour, but it's bang on the mark, and it's pretty much the exact same colour as that new MAC Radiant Rose, which I also really love. This however is only like about €9, but I will do another video on this later on when I've had a bit more time to play around with it and get more used to it and stuff like that, and I'll give more information on it then. But this is the Sleek Luminaire concealer pen. I'm nearly sure it comes in a few different colours. I'll just link to the Sleek website anyhow, so you can check that out yourselves, but this is lovely. Then one thing I've started reaching for again as because the weather started to warm up there, but it's been horrible for the last week, so I haven't had to use it in the last few days, but I did use it for most of last month, especially my nose area, because I just get freckles all over my nose if I don't kind of cover it well. So yeah, so basically anyhow, it's the Super City Block by Clinique, and it's the 40 SPF Ultra Protection one. So this one, it just comes in one of these guys. I can't remember the price, it really wasn't that expensive, but it's just that kind of, like it's a bit ashy looking when you put it on, and then when you blend it out, it pretty much goes translucent, and then it just dries into the skin, and it gives really good sun protection, but protects the face from everything else as well. So I've really been liking this for, you know, helping with the sun and my anti-freckle movement. What I have on my lips at the moment is the Pro Longwear lip cream colour in Live Forever. I think I might have mentioned this in one of my last favourites, I'm not 100% sure, but this guy just lasts forever, really does. Now I do couple it with, let me just show you, I always use my MAC Prep and Prime lip primer. This is just something I don't bother wearing lipstick without, because it's unbelievable the difference it makes using this. If I don't use this, you know, my lipstick, it comes off, it doesn't last as long, it doesn't go on as smooth, especially with the lip liner. This is just brilliant. I know I've harped on about it before, so I don't want to go on about it loads, but I really like the lip creams, the Pro Longwear ones, because they really do last long, especially, like I said, if you mix it with the lip primer and cover your whole lips with lip pencil rather than just the outline. I never just outline lips anyhow, I think it looks horrid. So next, eyebrows. I've always used these, and you know, I'd be using them on clients all the time, but the eyebrow pencils by MAC, these are the colours, that's Fling and that's Lingering. I just love them, they're so handy. I think they're about 14 or so euros here in Ireland, and then there are these ones that you know, you twist them and a little bit comes up, and then you use that little bit until it, you know, pretty much goes down to the nub again, and then you twist up a little bit more. Some people do complain that they say this lasts not very long and that it breaks very easily, but I've seen it with my own eyes. It's because people twist it up too much, and then you can't twist it back, you can't like retract it back into the packaging. So just only twist up the tiniest amount and use that, and then twist up more. But I just love, it's quite waxy, you see these pencils, so they kind of give a little bit of hold to your eyebrows as well as colouring them. I have Fling on my eyebrows now, because obviously my eyebrows are a bit darker naturally. I think they're starting to darken after my last bleaching, and this is waxy enough that it sticks enough to the hairs to kind of lighten them a little bit without me having to worry about bleaching them quite yet to match my hair. But I really like these guys anyhow. They come in good colours, like there's kind of reddy browns which work really well with red hair, and then there's like a couple of dark browns and a black as well. So then next, what I have on as foundation today, and I just recently showed this in a video, and it's the Sedona Lace. This is the sheer concealer palette. Now I'm a little bit confused. I just realised when I was looking at the website, the one on the website is the Camouflage Concealer Palette, and the ingredients are a tiny bit different to the ingredients I have for this, so I'm not sure if they're two different formulas or not. So I don't know, if I may contact the company and ask them about that, but this is the sheer Camouflage palette anyhow. Like I said, I'm not sure if it is the same as the Camouflage one. This is the sheer concealer palette. But I just have been wearing, which one is it? This guy here. So it's like an NC15, and I've been wearing it as foundation pretty much every day for the last few weeks, or a couple of weeks. And what I've been doing is popping a little blob of my anti-shine primer on the back of my hand, and then just use a little spatula like this guy. Scrape a little bit from the palette onto the back of my hand and mix that in with the primer, and then almost apply it like a liquid. So like use a little concealer brush like this, which is my number 7 concealer brush, Apply that over the face, and I either use my fingers or my Sigma Round Top Kabuki, which is this guy, which I absolutely adore for blending out kind of cream products, and blend that into the skin, and it just gives such a nice finish to the face. I have it on today, and I haven't touched up since this morning, so this is me in all my like oily glory, but it's still not that bad considering I haven't touched up. I really like that. I don't even really call it concealer, it's more like a foundation palette. Concealer palette can be used for both, but I just really like that palette. And I can use it under the eye, which is kind of rare for some of these creamier ones. Like I said, there's a couple of colours I don't get use out of, but I still really like it, especially that one colour that actually matches me. So there is a blog post on my website about the palette, which I put up just there the last day, so I'll link to that below as well. Then I mean, the Round Top Kabuki here was something I was going to inject into my favourites anyhow, so this is just part of the 3 set, the Kabuki set by Sigma Makeup, and I don't know how much they are singularly. I think it's 42 for the set, but I'll link everything in the website anyhow to where you can, in my website, to where you can get these. For setting my base, and I haven't been putting too much powder on because that is kind of a drier concealer, especially when it's mixed with the anti-shine primer. I don't get too oily with it, but the e.l.f. Complexion Perfection powder, you know, this one here, does it pick up? So that's the pink, that's the yellow, no, that's the green, that's the yellow, and that's the blue there. I don't really get much use out of the other colours except for the yellow, but I really love this, and I love putting it over my just my T-zone or certain areas of my face, because I do lighten my face a little bit to match my neck, and I tends to, when I do lighten my face, I am yellow toned even though I'm very pale, but to lighten up my face, for some reason it tends to just take away a little bit of that yellow from my face, which is fine, but my neck tends to look a little bit more yellow compared to it. So it's nice to use this, which is a really soft yellow. It's not like I'm going out looking like Marge Simpson or anything like that. This just kind of helps match it up a little bit better to my neck. So I'd love if they came out with the powder that was just all yellow, which would be great for other really pale skinned, slightly sallowy yellow skin girls or people as well. So continuing on with face products, I've been absolutely adoring this MAC blush from the Quite Cute collection. So this is Giggly, and it's a mineralized blush, and it's so pretty. I mean, I just love the heart in the middle. It's not like massively dissimilar. Sorry, I thought I had Dainty back there, but it's not like massively dissimilar to Dainty, but I do prefer this. I think it's a little bit more on the pinky side, and then this, the lilac-y kind of purpley heart part in the center, it just gives, like, it doesn't make you look purple when it's on, it just gives a lovely extra glow because it's a little bit more shimmery, and it kind of, I don't know, I just love the tone that it gives. They came out with like 3 blushes, so they're still on counter at the moment for anyone who's interested, and I think it's like $21.50, maybe a tiny bit more, but they're generally around $21.50. But I absolutely love that blush. I've been using it like so often recently. Again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before in the last favourites or not, but it's another MAC blush, and it's one of the new Care Blend blushes, the new cream blushers, and it's Something Special. So this is kind of a corally colour. I wonder if I can show you. There, probably doesn't pick up with these lights because it's evening time here, but this one is just one that I've been using on anyone who's, say, from pale to like NC30, NC35 or NW30. It just gives a really nice natural flush, especially for anyone who wants to stay away from anything that's too pinky or too red, especially if you have maybe high colour in your cheeks. This is really lovely, and what I love about these blushes is that they're nowhere near as greasy as the old formulas were. I'd always have shied away from the old formulas, but I don't really feel like I have to with these guys. Then finally for face products, I have this massive Prestige Sunflower Illuminating Bronzing Powder. Prestige are one of these brands that you get in Boots or in like pharmacies or drugstores, and they're kind of like what I call the slightly more expensive cheap makeup. So they're maybe not as cheap as like your 17 or your Barry M or some of those, but I don't mind because they're really good quality. I think Prestige is probably just as good quality as a lot of higher end brands, and this is a lovely bronzer for any pale skinned girls out there or guys out there, and it's in the colour Terra, and it's just a really nice, like, it's not too red, it's not too golden or yellow, it's just a lovely like slightly taupey brown with like minimal shimmer in it. It's not fully matte, it's got a tiny bit of a hint of it, but it's not enough to make you look like a disco ball or anything like that. And I just love the size of the pan. Like like I said, it's not the cheapest thing in the world, so I'll be guessing if I try to come up with a price for you, but it's just not too expensive and it's not too cheap. It's kind of mid, like maybe slightly higher for the drugstore brand stuff, but I've been loving this anyhow. And then finally, I showed this in a recent blog post when I was on a bit of a lipstick depotting binge. I don't know if, yeah, depotting, but these little containers, I got them up in Muji, and I usually use my the other like palette weld. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, sorry about that. I usually use one of these kind of guys for my lipsticks, and I have a few of these. Whoops, I have a few of these full of lipsticks. I just find it so handy keeping my lipsticks all in palettes like these, so that I can mix and match colours and I can find colours easier and stuff like that, and I don't have as many loose things knocking about in my kit. But I actually really liked the idea of this because I can keep them together like this, you know, as one long palette for my kit, or I can separate them and say if I go out at night I can just bring this one single one with me, pop it in my bag. And I always use a lip brush pretty much anyhow. I always have one in my makeup bag, which is this guy. So I use a lip brush to touch up as I need to, but I just find that this is really handy the way they are. You can disconnect them and connect them up again. So say, like, that's a full lipstick in there. So they're deceptively small, but they fill, and when I say full lipstick, I mean the bullet plus the extra bit scooped out at the bottom. That was my Hot Sass Dazzle lipstick by MAC. So you can see there some of the colours that I have popped into them. So I'll link to the blog post below as well to show, if you want to see what other colours I've in there. But it's just really handy for keeping all my lipsticks together. So that's it for the time being. It's already gone way longer than I wanted it to be, but I will definitely have a new tutorial. I'm like really aware of the fact I haven't put up an actual makeup tutorial in the last wee while. I just haven't had the time to do one, but I will definitely within the next week get another, at least one or two like actual makeup tutorials up for you. But yeah, in the meantime, thanks a million for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you really soon for another video. Slán!